the internet, Donna here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about caring for your soft reline after you have it done. Now, I know a lot of you are familiar with what that is exactly, and some of you may not be. The soft reline is what you get usually about 2 weeks after you first get your immediate dentures, because by that time your gums have changed enough and enough swelling has subsided to cause your dentures to be loose. And the soft reline is going to snug them back up for you. Now, mind you, unless your excuse me, unless your dentist, denturist, your tech, whoever it is that's handling your very first post-op visit, or your second, depending on your dentist's office, and is going to do your soft reline, is using, it could be the silicone stuff, or it could be something that tastes and smells like a nail salon that's packed full of people. So either way, when you get your soft reline, and this is for the ones that taste and smell like the nail salon, okay, the pink stuff. Granted, I've got some denture shit on top of mine, but it looks like this. Okay, wait. Okay, so like the silicone up here, that's denture fit. This bit is soft reline. See the different shades of pink? Yeah. I'm hearing that a lot of folks are just getting their soft reline, and their dentist or doctor or whoever it is that's done the reline doesn't give them a whole lot of instructions on the way out. So they're just going home and eating like normal and drinking like normal and soaking in denture cleansers like normal. And there is actually some specific care that you need to give to your soft relines when you first get them, the first 24 to 48 hours, and then for the first week, usually. My dentist's office gave me this, and it's about a half a sheet just full of instructions and guidelines to follow for my soft reline. So I'm going to share these with you today in case you didn't get anything like this when you got your soft reline done. First, there's a little information about your soft liner. A temporary soft liner is placed in a new or old denture in order to, 1, help improve the health of your gum tissues by absorbing some of the pressures of mastication, and that's chewing your food, okay? And 2, helps to determine the maximum retention possible by utilizing undercuts in the bone and gum, which hard liners may not be able to negotiate without causing irritation. Soft liners will spring around these undercuts and allow for greater retention than hard liners might be able to produce in the same mouth. So like for me, I have a very ridgy upper hard palate, and my denture didn't get all up into the little ridges in that, but my soft liner does, and my denture fit soft liner over top of my dentist soft liner definitely does. Let me take this out for you one more time and show you what I mean. So especially at my suction spot, see how it's built up right here in a weird fashion? This goes up inside of all the little ridges right here. I don't know if that shows anything or not, but all of this bit goes up in there, and it helps it to stay in place, where my denture wasn't able to, like the acrylic isn't able to navigate into all those little eeny beeny spaces. So that's what's going on with that. Temporary soft liners require special care and attention in order for them to produce the desired result. The following suggestions are designed to assist you in the maintenance of your new denture. So there are 5 points here. They're a little out of order in my opinion. I didn't write this. So the very first thing after getting a soft reline is, if possible, don't remove it from your mouth for the first 24 hours. and this is actually in bold print. It says this is extremely important. The material that's placed in your denture is still curing for the first 24 hours and will continue to shape itself to your oral tissues during that first 24-hour period. So if you take it out during the first 24 hours and it's not completely cured and completely set, it could alter the shape of it and make it not fit as well as it does when you first leave the dentist. So try to leave your newly relined denture in for the first 24 hours if you can. For the first 24 hours, you should try to maintain a softer diet. After 24 hours, you should eat as regular a diet as possible so the soft liner can mold itself to your tissues under normal function. So, and I messed up with this Reline. I'm not even gonna lie. I came home, I forgot I had this sheet of instructions. I came home and I ate a big bowl of Cracklin' Oat brand cereal, and then I had a granola bar. And those are things I shouldn't have done. I ended up with little bitty pieces of the Cracklin' Oat brand cereal crumbs embedded in my liner in the top. And I had to sit with a toothpick and kind of pick them out, which jacked up my soft liner just a little bit. And it looked like somebody had sprinkled it with pepper. It was really weird, and it looked dirty. And honestly, it was dirty because those were cereal bits. You know, so I had to sit with a toothpick and pick every single little dot out of the liner. Now it's nice and clean, but at first I was just like, no, what have I done? It was bad. I was worried. Let's see, number 3, after the first 24 hours, you may remove the dentures once every 12 hours for the first 2 days. And I feel like that should be worded for the next 2 days because you've already been through 24 hours of not removing it. So days 2 and 3, remove it twice a day. Rinse the denture with warm water only. Don't use any commercially available cleaners. If need be, you can brush the teeth of the denture with liquid soap and a soft denture brush. The soft liner is still very fragile and will tear if subjected to chemical or mechanical cleaning. So don't brush the soft liner the first 3 days. Don't put it in a cleanser the first 3 days. Rinse it off with warm water. You can brush your teeth, and the best way really to avoid the soft liner when brushing your teeth is to brush them while they're in your mouth, and use something that's not denture paste. Denture paste isn't intended for use in the mouth. It's the same thing as rinsing your mouth out with the solution left over after plopping a cleansing tablet into water. It's pool shock treatment. Don't brush them while they're in your face if you're using something like Fresh and Bright. Okay, also don't use commercially available toothpaste on your dentures. It's very harsh and can cause scratching, dulling, any other kind of wear from abrasion. Just don't do it. If you and I will say this isn't on the instruction sheet. If you really feel as though you must soak your dentures during those first 3 days after a reline, and I know I do, you can put them in like a shallow bowl and put the dentures down in the water, teeth down, and then fill the water in the bowl up to the teeth level and make sure that none of it is touching the soft reliner, just teeth level up to cover the teeth, and then put your cleanser in there and soak them that way. Just don't soak your soft reline in the chemical cleaner because it will ruin it. Number 4, if possible, try not to use any denture adhesive, especially during the first 24 hours. And this one confuses me, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Adhesives may cause distortion or pull the liner out. The longer you can go without using adhesive will maximize the retention of the soft liner. So basically, the longer you can go without using adhesive, and after a good reline, you shouldn't need adhesive. You should have great suction, it should stay, you should be able to eat, you should be able to speak. I'm not wearing adhesive right now, clearly, because I've taken my chops out and shown them to you twice now. Yeah, so, I mean, that should be a non-issue. But this confuses me because every time I'm handed back my dentures at my dentist's office to like, okay, this is the last time we're handing them back to you. Go ahead and put them in your face and get the hell out of here. they're covered in a dusting of super polygrip. They did this on eDay. They put them in with a dusting of super polygrip. At my follow-up appointment, 2 days later, they dusted them with super polygrip. At my first adjustment, they dusted them with super polygrip. I still had open wounds in my mouth and was told not to use denture adhesives. But since they dusted that super polygrip on the whole denture, not just the palate on the top, but the tops and the bottoms, a light dusting just covering the entire inside trough, the trough and the palate on the top, and the trough and the walls on the bottom. Just super polygrip everywhere. Very light dusting of it, but it held in place all damn day. I don't know. But I was confused by that because they did that while I was still bleeding and healing and that kind of thing. And here they say don't use it for, you know, as long as you can stand to not use it. But after I get a soft reline, my dentures are handed back to me with a light dusting of super polygrip. So I'm just, like, I'm flabbergasted. Why? Follow your own advice. Okay? Finally, during the next week, you may remove the denture as often as you like, still keeping in mind that the liner is fragile and must be treated with care. The pink plastic may be brushed gently, trying to avoid the soft liner. And, you know, during the first week, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, that's probably true, because I've had edges peel up during the first week and that kind of thing, and I've gouged it with my thumbnail trying to get adhesive off of it because I'm a baddie and I use adhesive even though they tell me not to. I actually had to use Secure on the bottom because I was going out to eat, and I wasn't even thinking about that soft liner. I was thinking about, I'm not trying to lose my teeth in front of some people, so I put the Secure in there like I always do. And then when I got out to the car, I went, crap, I just put Secure on a soft reline, so I had to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for it to wear out on its own. Like, I ended up sleeping with them in that night and everything. But after that first week, you're pretty much okay, from what I can tell, to take care of your soft liner the same way that you take care of your denture. Now, mind you, if you put stress on your soft liner, it's not going to last as long as it would otherwise. But for me, I find that mine doesn't fit after 2 to 3 weeks anyway, again, and I'm back to using adhesive anyhow. But some people's mouths aren't like that. Like if you have your permanent denture, or if your gums aren't shrinking and changing as quickly as mine are, every mouth is different. So I want to say, for me, like right now, I've had this bad boy for 2 weeks. Yeah, and I'm soaking them in water overnight. I'm brushing them with denture paste. I am taking a soft bristled brush to the soft liner, and it hasn't moved. It's fine. It doesn't fit quite right, which is why I have the denture fit in there, because my gums changed again, or because I was eating hard foods the first 24 hours and I really shouldn't have been. So it's likely that I jacked up the fit on my soft liner myself. So what about you? Did your dentist give you instructions on how to take care of your soft reline? And if so, were they any different than my instructions? I just, you know, they give this to everybody at my dentist's office whenever they get their first soft reline. And when I went for my second, they're like, you still have your instruction sheet, right? I said, yeah, it probably has a coffee ring on it. And you can see the back of it's a little jacked up. But I have it, it's legible. I would love to hear how your instructions are different, or even are the same, or even if you had none. I'd love to hear all about that. Go ahead and leave me a comment. I'd love to read and respond to every single one. I guess that is all that I have for you today. If I've given you some information that you found helpful, go ahead and give my video a like. It really helps out my channel. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you never miss a video, and check out my blog at donnasloan.net. And until tomorrow, when I have a new video for you guys, be good to each other, keep smiling, and keep being awesome.